That's pretty much how I feel. So yeah, let's go. Wow, really cringy Meow options recently. Really cringy. This might be like exactly the same. Um, it might be exactly the same options that we saw last time. Okay, so what do we see here? We have Hexaghost. We have no late shops, so we are pretty heavily incentivized to go to an early shop. We have technically the possibility of hitting the Super Elite, but probably don't actually really want to do that. Lament doesn't make a ton of sense on this map. We can technically get a snipe on the Super Elite, I guess. I don't think it's actually... Last time it was random rare. Yeah, instead of... this isn't random colorless rare, it's choose a colorless. But yeah, these are the exact same options as last run, except it was random rare, or it was random rare instead of choose a colorless. Yeah, just getting really unlucky with the options lately. But it is what it is. Better pathing last time. Well, the pathing here isn't awful. We can take 3 elites, or we can take 2 elites. Yeah, the pathing is not awful. We have 3 elites, or we have 2 elites, 3 fires, both of which are fairly strong, I would say. Papa. Thanks for the raid, gamer. Six HP removed too? Yeah, I wish. If this was 6 max HP for the rare relic, I would take it in a heartbeat. Remove 2 or remove 3. How's it going, everyone? Yeah, if this was 6 max HP for the rare relic, I would take it in a heartbeat. And maybe even if it was damage for the rare relic, I would take it in a heartbeat. But losing all the gold for the rare relic is really bad. Well, it's pretty bad, right? Because the idea is that we really want... Yeah, there's this shop here, I guess, technically, but that's weird, right? We can take 3 elites here, but there's no fire on this path, so that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, like, these are just not good options. I do think that this is a fairly decent map for boss swap. If we were to boss swap and it were to be bad, we would do something like here. I mean, I think we're probably going to start here regardless. The idea being, if we do start, like, once we go to these first 2 fights and these first 2 card rewards, we'll know a lot. And then we can potentially go to, like, this shop and, like, this, and then go 3 elites. Or, you know, something. If we do this 3 elite path, we are only taking 2 question marks in the act. Which I do kind of value the question marks a little higher when I don't get removals early. Act 1, so in terms of removals in question marks, Act 1 is the act where you're most likely to see removals. Act 1 has 3 removal events, that being the wing statue, the cleric, and the living wall. And those are just the removal events that are actually, like, innate to Act 1. You also have other removal events in shrines that you can see, like the removal shrine and the bonfire spirits. So if you go to, say, like, 3 events in Act 1, the odds that one of them is going to be a removal are actually very high. It's like, I think if you go to 3 events in Act 1, I think it's significantly higher than 50% chance that you will get at least one removal. Technically speaking, it is better to go to question marks before the shop, but we don't actually have the opportunity to do that here. Cool to finally be here. Thank you. Good to have you. Thanks to Papa for the raid again. That was a fun run. That was a fun run. The double rushdown is just so strong. Because like drawing 4 drawing 4 for 1 energy is just crazy good. And you can do so much, right? You can do so much with the loops. Like with prostrate or you know, like, yeah, there's just so much that you can do. Skim is good, yeah. Yeah, the Lament is a lot worse on this map, I think. A lot worse. We can technically take, like... We can technically take Rare Relic and go here. I really hate losing the gold. I really hate losing the gold. We could also take Rare Relic and go here. We do have Forced Elite. We do have Forced Elite on either floor... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so either floor 7 or floor 8, we have to take an Elite. So that is kind of a thing. Kind of a thing, which is scary. Let's look at the rare relics, actually. I am very curious. I'm very curious. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the rare relics. Let's slap ourselves on over to the wiki and just take a gander. It's been a really long time since I've looked at rare relics. It's always good to give yourself a bit of a refresher. Okay. Alright, so let's do this and this. Okay. So here are the rare relics. We have Bird-Faced Urn, Calipers, Captain's Wheel, Dead Branch, Duvu Doll, Fossilized Helix, Gambling Chip, Ginger, Giria, Ice Cream, Incense Burner, Lizard Tail Mango, Old Coin Peace Pipe, Pocket Watch, Prayer Wheel, Shovel, Stone Calendar, Thread Needle, Tory, Tungsten Rod, Turnip, Unceasing Top, Wing Boots, and then the Watcher has 2 class-specific rare relics, Cloak Clasp, and Golden Eye. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of keep a tally. I'm just going to keep a tally here. I have like this, this counter. See this counter here? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my counter over here on my other monitor, actually, and we'll just go through and we'll count up how many of these we think are, like, fairly solid hits, right? Okay, so, I don't think Bird-Faced Urn or Calipers, and by the way, there are 20, so there's 10 here. I think there's 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 11. Okay, so 11, 22, 25, 27. So we have 27 rare relics that are available to us. Okay, so Captain's Wheel is a definite yes. Dead Branch is also a definite hit. Duvu Doll is a definite hit. Fossilized Helix is huge. Gambling Chip is huge. Ginger is not great. Giria is definitely really good. Especially, like, we have a path that specifically hits a lot of fires, so Giria is pretty insane. Ice Cream is fairly solid. Really good against Lagavulin specifically. Incense Burner is great. Lizard Tail I would consider to be a hit here. Mango, not so much. Old Coin, definitely. Peace Pipe, definitely. Pocket Watch, definitely. Prayer Wheel, definitely. Shovel, not really. Stone Calendar, not really. Thread and Needle is pretty good. Tori's, I'll count Tori just because of, like, centuries, I guess. It's okay, not great. Tungsten Rod, really not. Turnip, no. Unceasing Top, no. Wing Boots, I will count. Cloak Clasp, I will count. And Goldeneye, I will not count, just because you need to see, like, a Cut Through Fate early on for Goldeneye to do stuff. If you do see the Cut Through Fate early on, then Goldeneye is quite good. So what I come out with here is 17 out of 27 of the rare relics are, like, fairly solid. Now, some of them are, like, some of them are more than fairly solid, right? Some of them are insanely strong. But yeah, that's, not a great amount, honestly. I don't love that. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't love 17 out of 27 here. Yeah, branch from the out is fine. Yeah, it's generally speaking, building a deck around branch is not that hard to do on Watcher. Yeah, it forces a finite, but it pretty much guarantees that your finite is going to be very strong. The thing with branch that you want to do is you really want to value stuff that is going to help you manipulate your draw in the subsequent cycles through of your deck, right? Because you're going to have a lot of junk in there. You're going to have some good stuff that branch generates, but you're also going to have a lot of junk. So yeah, you need your foresights, you need your meditates, all that kind of stuff is really going to help you with branch. And just like powers in general, like getting mental fortresses, that kind of stuff. Ecto Swap and Clean House, yeah. So yeah, what we're evaluating against here, I think, is the swap. I don't think that Choose a Colorless is good. I really don't. I think Choose a Colorless is quite poor. Oh yeah, Talk to the Hand, of course, yeah. Not only is it an exhaust card, but it's also just, like, permanently giving you, scaling in a fight. Again, obviously I would never take the Rare Relic for the Curse. I think that's probably worse than the Gold. If this was damage, or if this was max HP, certainly, I would be, like, all over it. Like, instantly click. Like, Rare Relic for max HP, very easy for me. Yeah, I've thought about the sniping of the Spicy Elite. I don't really like it, though, because, first of all, the snipe isn't guaranteed, and second of all, the Spicy Elite isn't actually even on the best path here. The best path is this path here, where we take 3 elites. That's the best path. And we would very much like to go on that path if it's possible to do so. Losing the gold means that we can't go to this early shop, which really sucks. It also means that if one of these floors is a shop, we're very sad. And there's no possibility of hitting a late shop in the act, which means that the first shop that we go to will be in Act 2. Which definitely potentially puts us, depending on what's in these question marks. Like, if both of these question marks are removals, we're real happy. But, if neither of these question marks is a removal, we are definitely in kind of a tight situation where we have to take, precautions. We would definitely be in a tight situation if we were to do this. and it wasn't a removal. Lose gold and high roll on gold into cleric. Oh god, yeah, that's terrifying. Yeah. So then we get to the boss swap, right? Because it's we're either clicking this or we're clicking boss swap. Boss swap on average is probably much stronger than the rare relic, right? The good boss swaps pretty much instantly win you the run. And even the mediocre boss swaps are quite strong generally. Even compared to, like, rare relic. The issue that I have here is obviously that the boss swap can massively low roll. We've talked about it. We all know that it's very possible for the boss swap to massively low roll. And, you know, it is definitely not fun when that happens. It is definitely not fun when that happens. I think it is potentially correct for boss swap to be what we want to choose here. It's just the gold. I hate losing the gold, man. I really hate losing the gold. Crown to make the run an actual challenge? Yeah, I mean, it all depends, right? Like, it's very unlikely that the boss swap kills us here. It's very unlikely that that happens. We have a lot of time. Like, this is a very forgiving map. If the boss swap kills us, it's not going to be in Act 1. That's for sure. God, I hate clicking this button so much. Flip a coin. There's only a 50% chance you mess it up? Yeah, that's not exactly the way that you would prefer to be making decisions when you're on such a streak. I'm scared. Yeah. I mean, the boss swaps have been very kind to me in this streak. I've swapped 4 times, and I've gotten Coffee Dripper, Astrolabe, and Runic Pyramid. So, yeah. The boss swaps have been very nice. I haven't gotten any of the, like, super bad ones. Yeah, if we do end up deciding that we're gonna swap, we need to pet the crap out of this whale for sure. Is ectoplasm a rip? Not really. I mean, it kind of is, but at the same time, like, you just have to play the run completely different. It's not really that ectoplasm is like a loss or anything. It's just you have to completely change how you're playing the run. Yeah, there's nothing, you know, I mean, Watcher does really well on 4 energy. Watcher loves being on 4 energy. So, yeah, Ecto isn't horrific like Bad Bell or Crown. Exactly. The most horrific is like Bad Bell, Crown, or like Sacred Bark, into you not getting any, like, good potions early on. Metal, thank you so much for the, for paying forward the gift sub. Crown is like you either hit or miss. Yeah, Crown is also not an instant loss, by the way. Like, swapping into Crown doesn't mean that you instantly lose the run. You can still get good cards after a Crown swap and win, you know, convincingly. It just makes it a lot less likely that you're going to find those good cards. But I would say that, like, Watcher's win rate when swapping into Crown should still be well above 50%, honestly. Yeah, Crown is mega winnable, but you have a lot less control. That's the thing with Crown, is that you have a lot less control over whether or not you win. You basically just have to hope that you get good cards anyway, and if you do, you're going to be okay. If you don't, you're going to be very sad. Yeah, I just don't think I can stomach this. I mean, we have the opportunity to take a very conservative path here, with like one early elite, and then, you know, we can take like multiple fires. I think swap is actually just like a really, really not that bad here. KD Avanti, thank you so much for the sub and 2 months. Appreciate you, gamer. Swap into Crown, get Raunch down inner anyway. It's possible. It's possible. It is totally possible for us to swap into Busted Crown, get Rush down here, get inner Beast here. It can happen. How bad is 3-1 HP hallways? It's pretty bad when you get essentially nothing out of it, right? Like, we're probably not going here, so, you know, the snipe is sort of out of the question. This is the only snipe is going here, right? And we're probably not doing that. Clicked Rush down on floor 1 Crown, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think boss swap is fine. I don't think that it's amazing, but it's certainly fine. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we obviously know that boss swap is very strong, right? Like, even if Life Coach high rolled, you know, the odds of you winning a boss swap are still very high. Has it really been 20 minutes wondering what to choose? Absolutely. You know it. This is, I mean, okay. Let me put it to you like this. The earlier you are in a run, the more your decisions matter. And this is literally the very beginning of the run. So this decision is like potentially one of the most important decisions that you're going to make, and is going to massively change how the entire run plays out. It is incredibly important that if you want to find consistency in this game, you play your Act 1s to perfection. Act 1 is the hardest act to play by far, and it has the most impact on the rest of your run, right? Like, if you play Act 1 well, you are very oftentimes setting yourself up for an easy win. And if you play Act 1 poorly, you will either die in Act 1, or you can, you know, die much further on down the line if you know, you didn't get enough out of your Act 1, basically. So yeah, it's very important, and obviously, like, I don't take this decision lightly. I really do not enjoy yeah, well, and also just like the further on you've gotten in the run, the more likely it is that your, you know, direction is more clear, the more likely it is that you're just very strong. Like, even non-watcher characters are very often, like, at a super broken point by Act 2. And, you know, the decisions that you make once your run is in a super strong position matter much less, right? There is a chance to snipe an elite. I just don't think that it's a good path. I really don't. Yeah, I just don't think that it's that good of a path, is ultimately why I don't want to do it. Alright, let's pet the whale. let's pet this freaking thing. Let's give him a good old little corner of the mouth, little under the eyes, little scar around the blowholes, little boop on the snoot, little chin scritches, some good normal pets, get some head pats in there. Alright, just, we like you, you're very nice. Please give me something that is not super cringe. Oof. Alright, well, there's that. So this run's gonna be fun. Yeah, definitely Sag, but that's okay. Honestly, it's gonna be fun to play an Ecto run. Yep, it's gonna be fun to be finite. Might as well have lost all your money. Honestly, like, this swap is not that bad on Watcher specifically. Really, it is not. Really, it is not. Different mindset, absolutely. Absolutely different mindset. I still probably like going to this early shop and just getting a removal. Question marks also do get quite a bit worse, because there are a lot of question marks that just give you gold. And obviously, we don't get anything out of those with the ectoplasm. Good night, Draco. Yeah, so probably just want to go to these 2 floors and kind of see where we're at here. But yeah, 4 Energy Watcher is really good and opens up a whole ton of stuff. And this will be a really good way for me to showcase just like how to play Watcher normally. Or not normally, but like, you know, in a case where the infinite is highly unlikely to happen, basically. I do think starting here is probably best. The only way that we wouldn't want to start here is if we wanted to potentially go for 4 hallways and no shop, but I do want to give ourselves the option to take a shop here. Okay, so these guys are pretty healthy, but we always kill next turn if we eruption now. We always kill next turn if we eruption now, because we just do. Oh, long press confirmations. Okay, Ancient Potion is not great. Windmill Strike is also not great. Sanctity is definitely much better on 4 energy. Windmill Strike does solve Hexaghost and does solve Elites. Yeah, and also with the ectoplasm, we are pretty heavily incentivized to make our deck much larger, because there is no chance of there's no chance of removing the strikes and defense. So we basically have to completely change our entire mindset here. What if we hit Empty Cage? Would it be enough? The best thing for us to hit here would probably be Pandora's Box. And in the case that we do hit Pandora's Box, like, yeah, there's, you know, certainly, there's certainly possibilities there. I mean, Empty Cage isn't unpickable. It's certainly not the best, but it's not unpickable. Ancient Potion is kind of disappointing because it's essentially like worse. Ancient Potion is almost worse than not getting a potion, because it's a potion that has very, very low impact, and almost like zero impact here in Act 1, but we decrease our potion chance, which sucks, obviously. Yeah, Sanctity is a card that I respect a lot more on 4 energy. Windmill Strike is also a card that I respect a lot more on 4 energy, but is certainly not, like, ideal. You know, you really don't want to pick Windmill Strike on floor 1. Sanctity is probably fine. It's probably fine to just pick up here. Makes a lot of cards a lot more pickable. Like, any 0 energy card we feel a lot better with Sanctity in our deck. So yeah, it is like a block card, which is not good. And you know, really we need to pick up attacks like badly if we take Sanctity. But it is draw, and we are on 4 energy. So it's probably just fine to pick up. Yeah, so we probably want to just go kill the big one, and that way next turn we always draw 8 block. Okay, Flurry of Blows, probably fine, especially with Sanctity. I think Flurry is completely cool. Yeah, especially with Sanctity, I think this card is just very, very acceptable here. And yeah, when your deck is going to be larger, Flurry gets a lot better. A lot better. Yeah, Flurry, you can do some pretty disgusting things with Flurry and a big deck. Okay, so now we have a choice between going to the shop, which I do think is pretty good here. Just getting 1 defend out of the deck will be really solid for us. We have a choice between going to the shop and going this way. And yeah, I think going to the shop is just fine. If we find stuff that's, like, better than defend removal, we'll certainly consider that as well. Yeah, exactly. We're going to be going wide here. It's really important. Like, basically, there are 2 ways to play with your strikes and defends. You either, 1, remove them all, or 2, you make your deck huge and drown them out. Those are basically, like, the two philosophies, right? And with Ecto, it's obviously much more difficult to remove them all. Do we avoid events after the shop? Yeah, the good news is that we pretty much are doing that. We're only taking, like, we're only taking 2 events in the act. And yeah, I think if we're going to go to a shop, we might as well go to this one now. Wow. Okay. Okay. Just rush down here? We can't do, like, Empty Mind card remove. But yeah, I mean, it's probably just rush down. It's either Empty Mind and a potion, or rush down or card remove. We can technically do Empty Mind Energy Potion or Empty Mind Fire Potion. But you know we're clicking the rush down. I mean, even okay, here's a good event. So we could just remove a defend. That certainly is quite valuable. I think that transform defend is probably a little bit better here, though, especially when you consider that we don't really have a good damage solution right now. Yeah, I think transform is probably where it's at here. Big deck energy. Yeah, exactly. Like, because we're never ever doing like a small deck thing, the removal gets a lot worse, right? It gets a lot worse. So yeah, I like transform defend here. No, the path is like, the path has a lot of upgrades too. So like, let's say we're going this way, right? We're trying to take 3 elites here, but if we can't take 3 elites, like let's say this first elite is super super cringe, we're still gonna get like an extra upgrade here. So yeah, the transform's super good. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have a lot of card draw now, which I really like on 4 energy, and just like generally, yeah, we're wow, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Much better defend. Significantly better defend, though. Like, drawing 2 is ridiculously strong. Yeah, just like, look at this. Oh my. Energy Potion and a Carve Reality. We could even consider Flurry here, honestly. But yeah, Carve Reality, we need a staple big damage card, I think. And Carve Reality really doesn't really get better than Carve Reality. Now, the Flurry does get much better because we have a lot of draw. And obviously, like, 0-cost cards with draw are significantly stronger. The issue that I currently have with Flurry is that we don't have any stance manipulators right now. So it's much more difficult to make this consistent. Yeah, it's much more difficult to make this consistent in terms of dealing a lot of damage. Now, it will be good later on. It will definitely be good later on. And now I'm trying to, I'm kind of starting to think back to, like, Max's runs. And Max, like, loved Flurry. He was a huge fan of taking Flurry. And I mean, I can't blame him. In the decks that he played, Flurry was amazing. How good is the Divinity package here with a lot of draw? Pretty good, actually. I think Divinity is a very, very legitimate way to scale this deck at the moment. Yes, you're right. We have a lot of draw, and we only have the 1 Wrath source at the moment. I really think that Divinity is quite strong. We also technically have hella upgrades, and Divinity loves upgrades. I don't know what we would have to see at this elite in order to make it Rushdown is a sleeper Divinity card. It's true. It's true. Yeah, I think we just need Carve Reality. We need a staple big damage card for Knob. And we also have, like, Energy Potion, so we want to be able to use that. So yeah, we need to take Carve here, I think. I think that with all of this draw, the Eruption upgrade is still probably our best upgrade. I mean, we have Double Sanctity, Rushdown. Like, the Eruption upgrade has to be still very strong. Okay, it is Knob. But we do get... We do get Eruption on turn 1, which means we should take no more than the 16 here. So if we do Eruption, Carve, Smite, Strike, this is 48 plus 9 damage. So it's yeah, it's 48 plus 9, which means 57, which brings him to 29. 29 means that if we draw 3 attacks next turn, we kill. Yeah, 29 means if we draw 3 attacks next turn, we kill. And if we don't draw 3 attacks next turn, then we take 16. Is basically where we're at. What does the hypergeometric calculator have to say about this? Population size 10, number of successes 4, sample size 5, number of successes 3. So we have about a 26% chance to find lethal next turn. Yeah, the classic knobber is 16, which is really not an awful outcome here at all, I think. I think that probably, like, Lagavulin is definitely our best fight, and it's not really close. Is there a line where we save Smite and rush down to change the odds? Yes, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So, I think if we play rush down first, then we're drawing more cards, and it's just better, right? Because we're never going to be able to put all of our energy into damage, so yeah, playing rush down first is always better. Except for this time specifically, I guess when we draw into the strike here, we can't actually play it. So if we use the energy potion now, it does have chance to save us, but I don't think it's actually that good. Okay, and we just find the lethal. Mummified Hand, incredible. Mummified Hand is really, really nice when you have a larger deck because you're more incentivized to pick more powers. Halt okay here. I don't love a halt here. The reason that I don't love a halt here is because we already have, like, mucho defense, right? We already have 2 Sanctity. And we only have 1 Eruption, right? So, yeah, for those reasons, I really don't think that the halt is, like, amazing here. If I would look at anything here, I would probably be looking at actually Crescendo. Yeah, need a Tantrum in the deck? Exactly. Yeah, this is really, we're really in Tantrum territory at the moment. Yeah, this is a deck where we need to actually be somewhat concerned about having multiple Wrath sources here, because if we miss our opportunity to, like, and I think with all the draw, the Crescendo gets a lot better as well. Feel like we're not desperate enough for Crescendo. Well, it's not even really about desperation. And thanks for that follow, by the way, friend. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not really about desperation, I don't think. We're taking any column card, we're taking any empty card, obviously. Well, not empty body, but we're taking empty mind, we're taking empty fist, we're taking meditate, we're taking inner peace and fear no evil, obviously. So blasphemy that doesn't kill you. Yeah, also has a chance to draw cards here with the rushdown. Yeah, I think this crescendo is legit. Yeah, you gotta think about. I mean, we're on 4 energy, which makes the crescendo a little bit better because of like all the draw stuff. Also conditions a sanctity draw. Yep. There's just a lot to like about. And we're not only on 4 energy, we're on 4 energy with mummified hand, right? So, you know, it's also just good to put a second wrath source in the deck when we know that the deck is going to get larger. Yeah, just solid. And yes, we obviously want to go for the maximum elites here. Campfires are nice, but we're very healthy, so we're heavily incentivized to just go for the elites. Yeah, so like here, for example, you know, this turn, if let's say crescendo was just like a defend, this would really suck, right? Because we can't go into wrath right now, and yeah, this turn would suck so much if we didn't have crescendo. But now Mental Fortress. We have a lot of draw and mummified hand, so we're pretty good at getting this into play. We don't have a ton of stance switching at the moment, but this will be very, very good later, and I think we're relatively strong right now. So yeah, it seems like this is pretty fine. Yeah, Fortress is so insane. It's very good. I mean, especially with the mummified hand. But just like think about how much more difficult that fight would have been without crescendo, right? This run without Ecto would be so 1 already. Well, we wouldn't have been able to go to this shop. Like, if we didn't take Ecto, we would have taken the rare relic, and we wouldn't have gone here, right? We would have gone this way. So we would have seen, I mean, it would be completely different. Oh, with better Niaos. Yeah, of course. Like, if we took, let's say, remove 1 and went this way, then yeah, we would be, like, in super winning territory, of course. Horncleat, incredible relic. Very, very happy to pick that one up. Yeah, crazy good relics so far here. What were the whale options that you chose boss swap over? It was, choose a colorless, Niao's Lament, and rare relic for 99 gold. Yep. I mean, we're in a very, very good spot here, by the way. Like, this deck is incredibly strong. Alright, Sleepy Egg Boy should be no trouble for us. We could technically wake up with the Horncleat. I don't think that that's very good, though. Like, because our wake up would suck, right? We would just be, like, playing 2 strikes. So yeah, unfortunately the Horn Cleat goes to waste in this fight. Okay, this is very clearly the wake-up turn. And we just hope that we don't draw Vigilance, basically. Okay, we did draw Vigilance. Which is okay. We just play Carve Reality Vigilance here. Unless... yeah, no. Okay, so we want to shuffle the deck with the Flurry in it. We also probably don't want these defends. Okay, drawing Vigilance here means that we are definitely going to play Crescendo this turn. Okay, we seem to have bottom decked all of our damage. If we do, like, Flurry, Vigilance, Eruption... we draw more damage, potentially. So we're blocking for 10 right now. Vigilance plus Eruption blocks for another 16. And then... so we'd be blocking for 26. And then we could technically, like, triple defend here. How much damage does that deal? That deals 8 plus 4 plus... yeah, next turn is potentially... we could use the energy potion here, right? That would full block in Wrath? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think we just go for this, and if we decide that we need to use the energy potion, we will. Okay, so we drew the Sanctity, but I think we have guaranteed lethal next turn with triple defend, right? This brings him to, this brings him to 68, and then we go Carve, Smite, Smite, Strike next turn and deal 72? Yeah. Okay, our foray into Divinity could begin with this Prostrate. Or we could take a follow-up or Sands of Time. There's also a Juzu Bracelet and a Dexterity Potion here. Both interesting options. What's up, Z? I saw you streaming earlier, but I just woke up and I had to get ready for my stream, so I couldn't pop by. Hopefully, things went well. If you guys don't know Z, I know a lot of you probably know Papa, but if you guys don't know Z, Z is, like, probably the best speedrunner. I don't know how many records you have, but you have a lot of speedrunning records. And yeah, very, very cool. So definitely go check out Z. Spire speedruns are completely nuts. Juicy with Ecto feels bad. Yeah, I would agree. Because events really aren't actually that good for us. Juzu could just be actively bad. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, events are just not actually that good for us. But yeah, I mean, we'd probably just rather see combats. What's up, Galgon? How's it going? Like Cleric? Yeah. I mean, well, we actually can't encounter Cleric. There are certain events that you cannot encounter if you don't have a certain amount of gold. And Cleric is one of them. Okay, so Prostrate... I think with, like, Rushdown and Crescendo already, I don't really think that we need to make a foray into Divinity here. I just don't think that it's necessary to do so. If anything, I would pick up a Sands of Time here. And I don't know how necessary that is either. We could also consider a follow-up. We have a lot of draw, right? So follow-up certainly does get better. I'm just thinking about, like, you know, Hexaghost. We need to be able to push some damage in Hexa here. And with the Vigilance being our only exit at the moment, I feel that it may be slightly difficult to enter Wrath at times versus Hexa, which could potentially be a little bit awkward. Yeah, Vault does not reset the heart damage cap because the heart's damage cap works for every one of its turns, not for your turns. And Vault just means that you are taking an extra turn, not that there's like an extra turn period that is being played. It's weird. Certain effects tick down like on your opponent's turn, and certain effects tick down on your turn. So stuff that ticks down on your opponent's turn won't tick down when you play Vault. Yeah, I think Prostrate and just like Divinity stuff in general is probably something that we would want to go for later, potentially. I don't think that we actually really want to go for it right now. I mean, we could go Prostrate, upgrade Prostrate. We only have one upgrade, though, and the chance that we see a card that we want to upgrade in these fights is fairly high, I would say. So I think this is probably just, like, follow-up or nothing. And probably it's nothing. Like, I don't actually think that we really need follow-up here. I think we can find, like, a thing to make our damage better in this fight. And we're also incredibly healthy, right? So, yeah, I just don't want to add, like, you know, something as mediocre as follow-up to the deck, I think. We do have a lot of, like, block cards, though. A lot of block cards, and not a ton of attacks. Oh yeah, we do have this Dexterity Potion, which I'm definitely going to take over the Ancient Potion. Dexpot can also do very well in Hexaghost. Or Sentries. We could, I am kind of still thinking about this Sands of Time. We are pretty decent at blocking in here. But, I mean, I would just much rather take, like, Cut Through Fates, Flurries, like, stuff like that. I think the Sands of Time is very inefficient. And, yeah, I think follow-up... We're not weak right now by any means, and I just want to take, like, one actual premium damage card, which the odds that we find another, like, semi-premium damage card in these three combats are very high. Very high. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave the Juzu Bracelet on the floor here. Okay, a bit of an awkward turn one, but it is what it is. Sometimes it do be like that, and we're very healthy, so I mean, taking like 13 here is not actually that big of a deal. Yeah, I mean, to have fought 2 elites and 4 combats and taken 0 damage is an incredible high roll. So, like, you know, and we're going into Hexa, like, taking the damage is not even that bad. Like, it just happens. It just happens. Was it even discussed? It was, yeah. It was. Yeah, I think we go here. Oh, baby. Did somebody say premium damage? But also there's lesson learned. So yeah, I mean, you just click lesson learned. You just click lesson learned. There's really nothing for it. This card is absolutely obscene when your deck is going to be big. Um, it's so insane. It's actually so insane. Um, I was thinking about it. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to jinx it potentially. But yeah, lesson learned is like one of the absolute strongest things that you can possibly get. Yeah, I mean, it is technically worse than Cut Through Fate. For like these next maybe 3 fights. And then as soon as we hit Act 2, it's gonna start just getting like ramping up and ramping up and ramping up. Okay, not a great turn 1 here. Okay, I think we just play the Mental Fortress, right? It doesn't really matter what it hits, it's all good. And it gets Mental Fortress out of the deck. Okay, and now we just play Carve, Strike, Strike. There's nothing to talk about there. Okay, but now we have a discussion, right? So next turn, well, next turn we have Energy Potion, right? So we can play, like, Rushdown. Hold on, how much damage do we need to do? Oh, quite a bit, actually, huh? We're pretty far behind. Well, so we can technically just take the hit next turn, right? Like, we can just take the damage. Right. So there's no point to playing Energy Pot for Vigilance right now. Getting stuck in Wrath and not killing next turn would be sus. Yeah, of course it would be. Of course it would be. So we have the absolute minimum amount of damage that we have next turn is 18 plus 24, which is 34, 42. So any attack that we draw will kill. When I play small deck, the most scary thing is the turn after the heart debuff 5 cards. Yeah, so oftentimes what I actually will do with those on those turns is I'll just top deck all the cards and I'll have like a potion that helps me deal with it. Like either a weak potion to make sure that I never die on that turn, or like a draw potion to help me draw, you know, more cards or whatever. Like, it's usually not that big of a deal. I think you guys are missing the obvious play here, though. which is just energy potion lesson learned this turn, and then we literally can't die next turn, right? Because we can always play... Wait, no, hold on. If we bottom deck Rushdown, we win with Crescendo Eruption Smite. Because, again, Eruption Smite is 42 damage, right? No. Yes, 42 damage. So, if we bottom deck Rushdown, then we win with Crescendo Eruption Smite. If we bottom deck Eruption, then we play Rushdown, Crescendo, Eruption Smite. And if we bottom deck Crescendo, then we play... That's the bottom deck Crescendo is the problem, right? Because if we bottom deck Crescendo, then we need to draw an attack in 3 cards. Yeah. There is a Flurry too. Hold on. Wait, how does that change things? So, Flurry means what exactly? Means we have 8 extra damage, but we're exact lethal right now. What if you bottom deck Ascender Spain? Lol. No, we have exact lethal right now with Eruption in Wrath and Flurry. So Flurry only does yeah. Defend, Sanctity, Crescendo, Eruption. If bottom deck Crescendo, yeah, but the problem is that that's 4 energy, and then we can't play the Smite. So if... The only way that we die here is... If we exact bottom deck Crescendo into not being able to draw a damage card, basically. If that happens, you just tank the hit. Yeah, that's also true. It's also true. We can just like play Rushdown, tank the hit. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think we need to energy potion this lesson learned right now. Alternatively, what if we energy potion the Vigilance? That does give us extra energy next turn, but yeah, no, that's there's no way that that's correct. Okay, so we got it. We play Crescendo, Eruption Smite, and it's a kill. We get a potion that's not really a good one. We get Consecrate, Tranquility, Halt. I think Consecrate is actually pretty legit here. We don't really have an AoE solution. We have a lot of draw, so 0-cost attacks are probably fairly solid. We could also consider Tranquility here. Yeah, Fish is not... Well, yeah, Fish with Ecto, obviously. Yeah, Consecrate Plus is also a huge gamer, I agree. We're probably upgrading, like... Mental Fortress here? Yeah. Thanks for those follows, friends. Yeah, we haven't seen any, like, permanent calm or empty cards, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, Consecrate is a pretty good one. Oh no, the rest of my gold! You jerk! Oh wow, okay, just sniping the best upgrade? You'll love to see it. Yeah, having just taken Consecrate, I'm much less inclined to take Just Lucky here. I don't think Sash Whip is that good. We, again, want, like, more premium damage, I feel. So I am slightly concerned about damage in this Hexaghost fight, depending on draw order, but we should be, like, okay. We have a lot of draw to be able to hit Vigilance, and we have the Crescendo. Yeah, I mean, we should be all right here. And we have Carve Reality as well. I'm not super concerned. Essence of Steel is probably better than Speed Potion. Well, we're probably going to use... We've seen a lot of defensive potions. We're probably going to use Dex Pot in this fight, right? Yeah, 48 is exactly a bad number for Hexa, but what are you going to do? Yeah, these cards suck. And... yeah, I'm just not a fan. I mean, as long as we can kill Hexa here, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. If we need to use Lesson Learned early, we will. Just getting it out of the deck, I think. Yeah, Cleat helps a lot on second turn, it's true. Yeah, this fight could be close. This fight definitely could be close. But we have, like, Carve Reality. We should be okay here. We have Flurry, Carve. Like, we should be alright. We should be alright. I mean, if we were really scared, we could do, like, Prostrate and upgrade Prostrate here. Certainly with the Lesson Learned, I think that the Divinity cards get a lot better. And, like, going Divine once in this fight, which we would probably do towards the end of the fight. Going Divine once here would essentially completely solve the fight, because we would just save all of our smites, basically. We would save all of our smites. And in so doing, be able to cash in on a huge Divinity turn. But I think we're fine. I think we're fine. And my question is just Essence of Steel and versus Witch Potion. With Ecto, Divinity stuff goes up in value? Yeah, probably. Although not, like, massively. So, unfortunately, we only have really, like, 2 relics coming out of Act 1, despite the fact that we took 3 elites. But they are 2 good relics, so that's good. Yeah, I probably like these potions a little bit better than Essence of Steel, I think. What are we upgrading here, by the way? Like, maybe Consecrate, actually? Yeah, probably Consecrate. We probably need a damage upgrade, and Consecrate is a really good one. Okay, we obviously can't end in Wrath here, but we can do something like Flurry, Eruption, Flurry. We need to draw into the deck, and we need to be in Wrath. Like, we need to be able to play Eruption every time we see it, basically. And then, are we going to use the Dexterity Potion in this fight? It's probably worth it to do so. Okay, so the problem with playing Crescendo here is that we miss... Well, the problem with not playing Crescendo is that we miss out on a lot of damage. The problem with playing Crescendo is that we could be in Wrath next turn and no way to exit, so that's probably bad. Okay, so Vigilance next turn is definitely awkward. Because we're not getting attacked. The good news is that we have enough damage to kill in the draw pile. We're never going to lessen in this fight, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We just play, like, lessen Vigilance here, and then we get a kill over the next, like, 3 turns. Okay, so the question is, do we have lethal this turn? The answer is probably no. Okay, well, now the answer might be different. We need to do 98. Okay, so Flurry is 12 damage. 12 plus 24 is 36. Plus another 24. And 16, so 36 plus 40, 76. Plus 86, 90. So we only need to draw 1 attack, or... Yeah, we have 1 attack. We only have 2 attacks in the draw pile, though. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Does your rare card percent reset when you take a rare or see a rare? It's when you see a rare, not when you take a rare. That was maybe unnecessary to take that damage, but... Okay, what about Blasphemy? I mean, Blasphemy is pretty good in these kinds of decks. It's pretty damn good. Well, it's easily our first upgrade. It's easily our first upgrade. And we also have Lesson Learned, so it could even get hit by Lesson Learned. I think it's just good here. I think it's just straight up good. Oh, look, it's upgraded. Yeah, we can obviously take Pyramid. We have mucho incentive to take Pyramid, actually. The only issue that we currently have with Pyramid is that we do not have, like, one-cost Calm cards. But, I mean, this Pyramid is so freakingly OP. Okay, so we can probably just, like, send it into the Spicy Elite here. And not really be afraid of the consequences. We can always rest beforehand, and it's the only way to get 3 elites in the act. So... yeah. Unfortunately, we have to take a lot of events in order to do that, but... yeah. Take apps or bites? Probably apps. Definitely apps. 100% apps. Probably not bites, though. Talk to the Hand or Foresight. Both of them are very good. We got a Strike upgraded. That's not the best, not the worst. Yeah, Talk to the Hand is probably, like, just necessary here, honestly. Foresight gets worse with Pyramid, for sure. Okay, energy upgrade's quite nice. Crush Joints is a lot of damage, and it comes upgraded. Wallop is also... wait, what did we get upgraded? Right, we got the Crescendo upgraded. Yeah, Crescendo upgrade is quite nice here. What we're really looking for right now is, we need exits. We need exits pretty badly, honestly. And we need, like... I mean, we're gonna need another Wrath Source eventually. But, like, Crescendo, Blasphemy, and Eruption will carry us for a very long time here. Got COVID? Aw, damn. Sorry to hear that, my dude. Hopefully you, you rest up well. Yeah, hope you feel better soon. Crush Joints Blasphemy is a great way to misplay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely take care of yourself there. Rest up well, of course. Okay, so I mean, Crush Joints does a lot of damage, right? We we all pretty much understand that Crush Joints does a buttload of damage here. We got two really nice easy pools, by the way. Like, very nice easy pools here. Yeah, I mean, this is really disgusting. Our boss is Automaton, which is a bit scary. Thankfully, we are pretty good at Automaton because of Pyramid. And now, by the way, with Pyramid, Divinity gets a lot more appealing. The issue with Pyramid is that we have all these strikes and defends in the deck, and that those with Pyramid kind of suck. Definitely pretty sucky to have all those strikes and defense in the deck when you have Pyramid. But what I'm hoping is that we'll see, like, an Empty Cage, Pandora's Box, something like that. Crush removes artifacts for talk. That is true. That is true. Blasphemy Wallop solves Hyper Beam. Lol. We do want apparitions this run for sure. Yeah, for sure we want apps this run. Apps are very, very good here. I mean, Wallop is pretty good block. We do have decent block already with, like, we have a Mental Fortress and a Talk to the Hand already, so... Yeah, we just need, like, some stance manipulators here. Yeah, exactly. Apps block Blasphemy Death. If you play two apps and Blasphemy, then yeah, you block the death effect, which is very good. Yeah, the issue that I have with Wallop is that it's very expensive, and currently we probably want less expensive stuff versus more expensive stuff. Like, I would take Prostrates probably now. With Pyramid, I think that the threshold for Prostrate being good has been met, basically. And I mean, we're going to be able to block traditionally a lot of the time with, like, Defense being upgraded and Vigilance being upgraded and Sanctities being upgraded. Like, we're just going to have good, just, like, straight up normal block a lot of the time here. Yeah, I mean, the Vulnerable could be a really, really important way for us to scale our damage here. And I wouldn't mind adding, like, one more good attack card to the deck. We have... Yeah, I think Crush Joints is super legit. Okay, cringy event. We don't take that. This we absolutely take, though. Necro technically hits Lesson Learned. And we can find other stuff for Necro to hit. And Caridian is quite nice. Okay, so we are headed into the Spicy Elite. We probably want to rest. And we probably want to go here, I'm guessing? Because we want to try to find a potion, is the idea. This isn't lethal, right? It's 30 plus 27 plus 27. Yeah, not lethal. Now it's lethal, though. 30 plus 27 times 3 is definitely lethal. I guess there was a chance to brick here and die, huh? Whoops. Oh, we actually had plus 27, plus 27, plus 18. Oh, we did have lethal with Flurry. I gotta remember Flurry. Okay, Empty Fist. It's really not ideal, but I do think that we need exits here. I do think that we need exits here. What did we get upgraded there, by the way? Oh, Rushdown. Okay, fine. Yeah, yeah, we definitely need exits right now. Okay, so this fight's real scary. And we want to take 3 elites in the act, so we probably are gonna rest here. Our upgrades are good, like, Empty Fist upgrade's good, Talk to the Hand upgrade is good, but no reason to do anything but be safe here. Oh my god, it's Regen Leader again? That's really funny. Oh, we got double Rushdown, Sick and Caridian. Oh, whoops, on the Flurry. Okay, Matryoshka before the chest is not awful. We get our key, and we get an Empty Mind. Yeah, that's much better than Empty Fist, but we probably still do take that. What did we get upgraded there? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, another strike? Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, Empty Mind means that we're definitely on the lookout for some energy generation here, but we could also take Flurry. Flurry is at least somewhat reasonable. Matryoshka? Oh, I see. Hold on, I'm curious, because I've heard people pronounce it in a lot of different ways. I'm gonna look this up.
Matryoshka. Matryoshka.
Matryoshka.
Matryoshka.
Matryoshka. Alright. Okay, so yeah, it's Empty Mind versus Flurry here. Flurry is quite strong. But we have so much damage already. I think we need some manipulation. And Blessing of the Forge is nice, but everything in our deck is going to be upgraded soon anyway. We can probably just not and be fine here. I like the idea of a speed potion potentially being able to save us a lot of HP on a given turn. Oh, American pronunciation? Hold on. Here we go. Let's try this.
Pronouncenames.com.
No, shut up.
Matryoshka.
Oh boy. Alright.
Matryoshka. 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 Matryoshka.
Alright. Well, I'm not even gonna try. I am not even gonna try. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. We'll just call it the nesting doll relic. Easy. So yeah, this does hard commit us to this path, but it should be fine. Fasting actually probably isn't that bad here. Oh, in fact, we probably just have lethal this turn. So Blasphemy gains us 2 energy. We would go to... we'd go to 4 energy. We would play Fasting, so we'd have 3 strength. 4 energy, 3 strength. With that 4 energy, we would play... Carve, Smite, Consecrate, Lesson. Which equates to what exactly? Okay, well, alright, so Carve, Smite, Consecrate, and then Lesson, right? So the Carve is going to give him 3, the Smite's going to give him 4, the Consecrate is going to give him 5, and so we go 3, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, so plus 7, plus 12, so it's effectively at 91 HP. Consecrate's going to deal 33, oh my god, it's so far beyond lethal. Yeah, it's so far beyond lethal. Oh my god, and we even hit, this, so we have even more, energy here. Okay, yet another strike gets upgraded, and we see an inner piece. Inner piece is exactly what we want here. Just more stance manipulation. Can potentially be draw. Yeah. Okay, Oddly Smoothstone versus the Key. I do think Oddly Smoothstone has a chance to play here. We have a piecemeal block solution right now. And one which actually I think greatly benefits from Oddly Smoothstone. We have 3 defense and vigilance and 2 sanctities, all of which are getting upgraded, none of which are probably getting removed, right? So yeah, and potential halts. Yeah, I think Oddly Smoothstone has big chance to play here. Okay, Master Reality is not great. Will upgrade Carve Reality, though. We can use the Speed Potion here for a little bit, but it's probably better used later, I think. We're only taking a slight amount of damage this turn. Alright, well, we better find lethal next turn, yeah? We bottom decked, like, all of our good stuff. It's fine, though. Pen Nib is awesome. These cards suck. And given how this is going, I mean, definitely with the Pen Nib now, I would definitely take a Wallop. We definitely don't need this, though. We don't need more damage at all in this deck right now. We have plenty of damage cards. Between the strikes all being... Lesson Learned is really liking these strikes. Lesson Learned has hit Rushdown, Crescendo, and Inner Peace, and 3 strikes. I mean, almost everything in the deck will be upgraded eventually, so there's that. Wallop with Crush is really great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have Ecto, so just the Infinite's not really on the table here. Okay, they're both attacking on turn 1. Which means we actually can use the Speed Pot for a decent amount of HP here. How much HP? We're blocking 12, they're attacking 23, so it's actually, like, basically full... Yeah, definitely we do it. Oh, whoops, order. It's fine. Mercury Hourglass. Okay, Deva form could actually be very good here, but it is against another Mental Fortress. We don't really actually have... We do have... Yeah, I mean, Deva form could be nice. We have quite a bit of draw, actually, with, like, Double Sanctity, Empty Mind, Inner Peace. We do have a decent amount of draw. But yeah, 2 Fortress is just way too good. If Deva form was against nothing, I would certainly pick it, especially with the Mummified hand. But yeah, Fortress is way too good. Oh, we were knocked unconscious. Those fools. Those absolute morons. Imagine thinking that knocking me unconscious was a good idea. Knobbers. Okay, so unfortunately Pen Nib is on 9. This is, by the way, 2 Lesson Learned procs. Everyone wants to be unconscious. Okay, so we can probably kill here, right? I'm not going to do the math. I'm just going to assume that we can kill here. Thanks for those follows, friends. Okay, so we need to kill Nob next turn. That definitely needs to happen. Imagine a triple Nob fight, yeah. We have, like... We only need, like, a couple more damage cards to make this work, though. We have Flurry in the draw pile as well. Are there any forms of healing that circumvent the no heal option? No. No. Absolutely not. No lizard tails, no fairy bottles. None of the healing relics will work. When you take that event, that amount of HP is the amount of HP that you will have for the entire rest of the run. Period. End of story. Yeah. Nothing works. Absolutely nothing works. The good news is that basically our entire draw pile is damage, so it's very, very hard for us to brick on damage here. I do want to draw 5, though, so I'm thinking, like, defend, like, inner piece, maybe? Okay, well, Nob has to die this turn, which means they both have to die this turn. Unless... We have technically 5 energy, so we don't have to play Blasphemy here with the Pen Nib, I think. We can easily kill both of them here. There's no question that we can easily kill both of them. The question is... with the Pen Nib, we can't easily kill both of them. We can easily kill Nob, right? I'm thinking we can. So Empty Fist... We go to... So we have 5 energy. We can play 3 non... We can play, like, Empty Fist, Vigilance, Crush Joints, and then Pen Nib Consecrate, and then, like, Carve Reality, too. Yeah, that's gotta be a kill, right? We lose out on some flurry damage, but it's okay. Oh my god. Alright, so let's just get a quick recap of what just happened here, okay? We got 2 lesson learned procs. We didn't get 100 gold, but we got Giria. For some reason, there's only 1 relic that we got from this event. Not really sure why, but okay. We also got a Gambler's Brew, which is potentially huge for later on, and these are probably a skip. But Giria is the main thing that we got from that. Well, we got 2 lesson learned procs and a Giria. Giria with lesson learned is obviously very good. Multiplicative? Yeah. Well, yeah. So, like, let's say if you... Okay, your strike deals 9 damage. in Wrath, your strike is gonna, or your strike with like a Giria, you know, with some not energy, with some strength from Giria, right? You're gonna do like, let's say you're dealing 10 damage with strike. In Wrath, it's gonna do 20 damage, not like 19. With double Mental Fortress, I actually probably want to save the Vigilance here. Or with Mental Fortress, and yeah, I probably want to save the Vigilance here. This deck is also going to do much better if we get a little bit more energy in it. Like, I would probably still take a Deva form here. Okay. Yeah, these cards suck. We don't really need more block, I don't think. Wait, what the hell did we just upgrade? What did we upgrade? Sanctity? Oh, Sanctity, okay. So how many upgrades do we actually have in the deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, pretty likely that we're going to be able to get 11 upgrades this act, I would say. Or not this act, but this run. We'll definitely be taking more cards. But at the rest sites, we're going to be lifting for sure. I love how that's a command. Yeah, we bought Rushdown on floor 3, and that's the only gold that we spent the entire run. Okay, I need to take a quick restroom break. I will be back in just a minute here. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so I'm just thinking about, like, potential issues that this run could run into. And I think that basically every fight is gonna end with the first cycle of our draw, except for, like, maybe some of the bosses and also, like, the heart. And, like, heart damage and, like, heart early turns are basically the only things that we actually have to solve now, I think. I think every other fight we should be completely fine. We just need to solve heart early turns and heart damage, but we have Girya, so, like, 3 strength will go a long way in that fight. The issue is that the only permanent wrath source that we currently have in our deck is Eruption. But how many real cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And, like, a lot of them are draw. So we can actually play Eruption, like, pretty consistently, I think, here. Yeah, but we don't take these cards. No shot that taking these cards is correct. Actually, Third Eye, if Third Eye was upgraded, I might consider it. The Scry here is actually pretty good. We don't have any Scry at the moment. And we could use another block card in this deck, I think. But it gets in the way of our upgrades. We can probably take a Third Eye later if we need it. I don't think we need it right now. Skill Potion is probably better than Fear Potion, I would say. We're not really struggling to deal damage here, especially with Pen Nib setup. Yeah, Third Eye's not bad, right? Foresight would be better, probably. Probably Foresight would be better, yeah. You're not wrong there. But yeah. Ideally, we just want, like, a Tantrum. A Tantrum would just tie this entire deck together. I think if we get a Tantrum, it's, like, easily GG's. Taking Third Eye, yeah. Well, I mean, this is the thing. When you swap into Ecto, like, every single one of your decisions is completely, like, has to completely change. Yeah, Tantrum would obviously be, like, insane here for so many reasons. It gives us, like, the ability to basically be in Wrath every turn. It has draws with Rushdown. It hits Talk to the Hand 3 times. It procs Mental Fortress. Like, this is why this deck right here is why people value Tantrum so high. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Yeah, I don't want to take these. We can take a Third Eye later, maybe, if we feel the necessity for it. But there's better stuff that we can find. Okay, this should be lethal. I say should be. So 27 plus 27 plus 36 plus 24 plus 30. We can play it all, right? We have 6 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we actually have energy to spare. Let's do the calculator thing. Okay, so 27 plus 27 plus 36 plus 30 plus 24 equals 144. Yeah, it's lethal. And we can even do crescendo first to draw more cards. And we also have flurry, by the way. Great. Courier. Awesome. Brilliance is our rare card. That sucks. Obviously this is a dead relic. Our relic bar is pretty weird, right? Yeah, it's pretty weird. I like our potions. They're just fine. Yeah, we don't need to take any of this. Yeah, I mean we're gonna be fine here with the strength from Giria. We're gonna have we just have enough here. We just have enough, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. What did we get upgraded with that lesson? Oh, it was the mental fortress. Okay, so we have 2 fortress plus. I mean, 2 fortress plus is pretty bonkers. 2 fortress plus is kind of cracked. Mummified Hand really gaming here? Our main problem is, like, turn 1 draws are super cringe, right? Turn 1 draws are just real bad right now. We need to pick up some stuff to make those better, I think. Like, I would still probably take, like, 1, maybe even 2 cut-through fates for this deck. It's gonna depend a lot on what we see from the boss here. Kind of sad because, like, if we see, like, Astrolabe or Pandora's Box, like, all of our strikes are upgraded now, so it's kind of a little bit sad from that perspective. Yeah, puzzle would be nutty here. There's a lot of stuff that would be very good. This stuff sucks, and yeah, I like Skill Pot and Gambler's Brew rather than, like, 2 skill potions. I guess we can refresh the skill potion. Bag of prep, yeah. Major bag alert would be very good. Okay, so we have decided to skip. We're going to... Wait. What about... No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we always lift here. There is a thought that we would want to upgrade Talk to the Hand in case of a Fusion Hammer, but probably not. Probably just lift. Okay, another Mental Fortress. No guarantee of an exit, so I don't really want to play Eruption here. Okay, so we're not getting attacked, which means playing Eruption is actually probably... Or getting into Wrath here is probably fine. We're only taking 32, so yeah, we're kind of chilling here. Oh, we bottom decked both Mental Fortresses. That explains some things. And you can see how Deva Form would actually be pretty sick here. Because we just need to actually be able to, like, play the strikes and defends out of the hand. So, like, 5 energy or Deva Form is going to be really, really huge for this deck. So 3 out of 5 that we hit an exit. If we don't hit an exit, then we can skill potion. And if we don't hit on skill potion, then we can Gambler's Brew. Or we could alternatively do no potions here, just play like defend, strike, strike, or strike, strike, defend, I guess, and take 23. I'd kind of rather not take 23. We don't have lethal, I don't think. Flurry deals 15. Yeah, my lethal meter is not really going off here. What's up, Maddies? It's close. I don't think that it is, though. So yeah, 40% to find an exit here. That's not actually great odds. Oh, with Nib, actually... Yeah, hold on. I mean, we should actually calculate it. Okay, so... we have 4 energy. Yeah, with only 4 energy, there's just no way, right? It's like 30 plus 30 plus 15 plus 66. So yeah, there's just no shot. We could skill potion first and see what we get. But I mean, there's a chance that we just don't need to skill potion at all. The problem is I really don't want to give up the Gambler's Brew. Let's just do this. Okay, easy exit every time. Never didn't have it. Okay, and now we definitely have lethal. Okay, there's the Deva form, and I think we do take that, actually. We are getting a bit sus in terms of... I mean, yeah, Deva form is just what we need. Hey, wait, this isn't a Degenerate Infinite. Yeah, we swapped into Ectoplasm. Yeah, so we do have Mummified Hand to help get Deva form into play. And you could obviously see, right? Like, we have the ability to, like, we need to be able to, with Pyramid and all of these strikes and defense, we need to be able to cycle through our deck in order to um play our best cards. And the idea is that because we have Pyramid and all the strikes and defense, the only way that we actually cycle through our deck is by playing the cards in our hand in order to get them out. And we can't actually do that unless we have energy. Stop upgrading the base cards. What did Lesson just hit? Oh, it hit Vigilance. Vigilance is not bad. Vigilance is not a bad upgrade. I'm not sad to see Vigilance getting upgraded here. The thing that concerns me right now is that we have a lot of powers in this deck, and we don't have any vaults or scrawls to help get them into play. We do, however, have both Gambler's Brew and Horncleat to help with turn 1 of the Heart. So from that perspective, I think we're doing okay. I'm also slightly concerned about the elites with this deck, but there are many things that could change my mind there. I think that there's no way that we ever die to Act 3 bosses. I think we're completely fine against Act 3 bosses. And so basically the potions that we see are going to have to be the potions, like, one of the things with Ectoplasm is that you don't get to buy specific potions at shops in order to make solutions happen. So you kind of have to be very, very discerning with your potions, and we really are going to want to be super careful here and try to really take good potions into Act 4. I think this deck is going to need, potentially, if we have bad draws, this deck will need good potions in Act 4. Just pick, please. I'll pick whenever I damn well want to. I am not here to play by your schedule. So, yeah, if you want to find another stream where they're picking cards faster, then you are free to do so. Okay. It's your first chat. You gotta give me some slack there. You gotta give me some slack. Recommend life coach. Yeah. Easy ban. No, I would never ban someone. Please don't pick. Yeah, so, okay, how many powers do we actually have here? We only have 3 powers. The thing is, we don't have a ton of block cards, like front-loaded block. We have a lot of attacks in the deck right now, and we don't have a ton of front-loaded block. But we can take more front-loaded block, yeah. I think the Deva form is fine. We'll just take a little bit more front-loaded block. Okay, we have interesting choice between Fusion Hammer and Empty Cage here. So Empty Cage getting rid of 2 strikes is actually kind of huge. Like, this deck minus 2 strikes is, like, significantly stronger, right? What cards would you be looking for in terms of front-loaded block? I would love a Wallop. I would probably take a Spirit Shield with the Pyramid here. I think that probably like a Third Eye Plus I would be very interested in at the moment. Maybe even a Protect Plus, potentially. Maybe like an Evaluate Plus. A Deceive Reality would be really, really nice. Yeah, exactly. So obviously, like, if I take Fusion Hammer, Deva form becomes, like, kind of almost a little bit redundant. Yeah, I think this cage is really nice. Like, getting the strikes out of the deck is super, super, super huge. And, like, we already kind of have a little bit kind of too many attacks right now. I think this cage is actually super sick. Like, obviously less, Fusion Hammer is free energy, right? But, like, we already have good energy generation early on because we're drawing into powers and we're playing them with Mummified Hand, right? So early on, our energy generation is really solid. It's only really later in fights that we care about, because you can see, like, how that Act 2 played out, right? It's only really later in fights that we actually start caring about energy, and that's when the Deva form will actually start kicking in. Mummified Hand is a legit energy relic. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. And again, the Mummified Hand, the issue with it is that it doesn't work once all of your powers are in play, but once we have all of our powers in play, we have Deva form. I love this cage. I love this cage. I think this cage is super, super good. And yeah, I do think we can cage probably 2 strikes here. Because we have... Like, we want to take, like, Cut-Through Fates and stuff. So we still want to take, like, some damage cards. We also have, like, Carve Reality, Crush Joints. It could be Strike Defend, actually. One of the defends is unupgraded. But I do kind of worry about... Hold on, let's look at our attacks again here. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a ton of damage in, like, the first cycle through of the deck if we cage 2 strikes here. Yeah, the problem here is that the issue for this deck is the early turns, right? And we need to be able to, like, block in on early turns. That's sort of the idea, right? So, yeah, I think 1 defend, 1 strike is probably the way to go. I'm a little bit concerned. We do have Sanctities, right? So we're not, like, completely awful at blocking in on early turns. We do have double Sanctity. Yeah, I think 1 defend, 1 strike is the way to go here. And we're probably going to be adding, like, more block and more damage. So it's not, like, that relevant. Which one? Okay, Time Meter is completely fine. We're looking to maximize elites, which it looks like we can only get 2 elites in the act. And we're also looking to minimize shops. And we're also looking to get at least 2 campfires because we want to be lifting. Adding cuts and third eyes, yeah, I would probably take, like, 1 third eye and 1 cut at least, if not more. But at least 1 third eye and 1 cut, I think. We don't have any sustain relics, so that does, like, somewhat disincentivize a ton of hallways. But the more hallways we take, the more potions that we have a chance to look at, which is kind of nice. There's definitely a non-zero chance that we're going to need to rest at some point here. But we have to recall... So, we either want to go through this fire or this fire, this elite or this elite or one of these 3. The main question here is just how many question marks do we want to take, I think. Okay, so let's talk about question marks. The red mask is actually just free, and so we're pretty happy to see the red mask here, because we obviously have 0 gold. So the red mask is good. Winding Halls is bad. Everything else is actually, like, pretty fine here. Darkstone is a sustain relic. Lol. Oh yeah, Terrence, welcome on in. Welcome to Merle playing non-infinite. Cringe. I took Empty Cage over Fusion Hammer, which, I did because of Deva form. Yeah, I've taken a lot of cards that I would never... from the basically never tier, we've already picked Crescendo, Blasphemy, and Deva form. So we've taken 3 basically never cards already. I think that Crescendo probably is gonna see some... Did you choose not to play Infinite? We swapped into Ectoplasm. So there's basically no chance to go Infinite once you swap into Ectoplasm. Why don't you like Crescendo? In the decks that I normally play, Crescendo is pretty much redundant. That's why I don't like it. I would like to probably lift before the first Elite. And seeing card rewards and potions before the first Elite is also, like, not bad. Not a bad thing to do whatsoever. Luckily we're not forced into any shops, which would be dead floors. Okay, how many unupgraded cards do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. What's the deal with Slay the Spire streamers supporting each other? Don't you compete with each other for viewers? It's pretty wholesome. That's a good question, actually. And I think that the idea is that, everybody... First of all, most of us are here because we just really enjoy playing the game. And I'm not really, like... I obviously don't mind the fact that, you know, like, getting more viewers and, like, more subscribers and more engagement is always nice. But that's not really, like, my goal necessarily with streaming. My goal with streaming is to just, like, have a good time streaming. I think that, like, all of us supporting each other is really good because it fosters a community, right? And that community, like, being here and being available for everyone, is going to keep, like, more people just around in general, right? So, like, you know, the more that streamers support each other and the more that we're kind of, like, cool with each other and you know, like, everybody in everybody's chats basically knows everyone else, and like, I know that there are a lot of people who watch my stream, and there are a lot of people who watch a lot of Slay the Spire streams who are, you know, there for the content, but also just there because, you know, they're there to hang out with people that they hang out with, like, on a daily basis. And I think that that's, like, a really cool thing that we have going on here. Is streaming your job? No, but also yes. It's kind of difficult to say. Like, I am, like, primarily doing streaming as my activity, but it's not my main income source. But I would not mind for that to become the case in the future. It's just, you know, it takes a very long time for you to actually build your stream up to that point. Is this a Q&A stream? I don't mind people asking questions, and I don't mind answering them. Despot was fun, yeah. Been a really long time since he's streamed. So really the question is just, do we want to take some extra question marks here? I mean, Mind Bloom, like, rare relics are good, right? Yeah, I mean, rare relics are good. Probably, like, colorless cards are probably pretty good. Like, Master of Strategy would obviously be insane. Secret Technique, probably completely nuts. Question mark shops are not really that cool. Bad shrines are obviously cringe. Taking a bunch of damage in hallways is bad, but getting a lot of potions from hallways is good, because I think potion solutions for Act 4 can be really, really important for this deck. Theory craft value is awesome. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I play at the pace that I play because it's just what I feel comfortable doing. Sometimes I play faster runs, but especially like, you know, I'm on a 32 streak, like I don't want to throw it to doing something stupid. And I value the discussion that comes with you know, trying to make optimal plays in most situations. Yeah, I try to be in chats. I think it's good to engage, you know? So yeah, I mean, if we go on this path, we only get 2 question marks. If we go on this path, we can get a little bit more freedom. We can take like 3 or 2. We also have the chance to rest after this elite. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go here. I like this a little bit better. Okay, so if we erupt, we're taking immediately 21 more damage, but if we draw into any block, we block, and if we draw into any damage, we kill. So it's probably just good to do. Okay, another Sanctity? I think absolutely yes. With Deva Form, and it's upgraded, and it's like front-loaded block and front-loaded draw, which are both the things that we're looking for in this deck. And the draw from it is always going to play later on in fights, because we're going to have extra energy from Deva Form. Does not even pick cards and sometimes still able to win runs despite this handicap. Does Blasphemy make you nervous? Not really, no. No. Too Chad to be nervous? No, I mean, it's not really that. Like, I mean, no. No, I don't know. It's not really worth it to be nervous. No idea how watching works, never played it, not particularly interested, just here for Slay the Spire. No. No. Artifact or pellets does not. Yeah, Sanctity Plus is very good here. Flex Potion could be really good versus, like, the Act 4 elites. Skill Potion could be equally strong. And has more of a chance to be good versus the Heart. Yeah. Do you have a YouTube channel? I do technically, but I don't really post Slay the Spire content on that channel. I think what I'm going to do though is the VOD of the first runs of this streak is expiring soon. So I think that what I'm going to do after the stream today is I'm going to go through all of my VODs and highlight all of the watcher runs from the streak. And then over time, or I'll just probably do like a huge dump where I'll post all of those onto the YouTube. And so all of my watcher runs will be available to watch on YouTube, all the watcher runs from the streak anyway. I'm not going to do any editing or anything to them. I'm just gonna slam the stream VODs in there. But that way the runs will be preserved for posterity. Yeah, no clickbait titles. It's just going to be like no clickbait titles. I probably won't even bother with thumbnails, honestly. I don't really care about like making the YouTube a thing unless I really want to commit to it, which I don't want to right now. So yeah, it's just gonna be all the games in the streak. So if you want to go back and watch them at your leisure, you can. Yeah, archive the streak, exactly. Yeah, see, these are the turn ones that we're afraid of, right? These are the turn ones that we're afraid of. Pretty low roll turn one, though, honestly. Zeknar. Thanks for the raid, gamer. Appreciate ya. Hope you are doing well. Hope your stream went well. I was watching you over on the second monitor there. It seemed like you were doing all right. Oh yeah, that's the one right there. That is the one right there. There's also Sash Whip and... Wait, what did we get upgraded? Good draws in Act 4, nice. Act 3 was a bit dicey with Forced Pain from Curse Key, went down to 1 HP in the boss gauntlet. Ooh, damn. Damn. Yeah, we are playing a spicy run here, not an infinite, since we swapped into Ectoplasm. But the deck is pretty strong at the moment. We do have kind of an issue with turn ones, but basically if something doesn't kill us on turn one, we win. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Tantrum is probably really good here, mainly because of what it does for our block. It does also do a ton for our damage, of course, and draw. I mean, Tantrum is just, like, ridiculously strong. With Tantrum, we basically don't need to take any other scaling at all. Tantrum is basically the entirety of our damage scaling and block scaling needs in one card. So yeah, we obviously click that. Okay, you fought one Orb Walker. How about two? This should be okay, assuming our draw isn't super cringe like it was last time. Change to the beta. Yeah, the reason that I don't love the Tantrum beta art, I had the Tantrum beta art on for a long time. Whatever. Let's put the Tantrum beta art on. I don't actually know why I changed it back. I think it's because the red, I associate the red with Wrath. So So, like, sometimes I'll look at Tantrum and I'll go, with the beta art, and I'll go, like, this isn't a Wrath card. There's no red here. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, rare relics are good. Incense Burner, Gambling Chip can help with our turn 1s. Let's fight these guys. Okay, pretty nice draw here, I would say. Okay, can we kill one of them? We probably can, right? I'm not a fan of the Tantrum beta art. Yeah, we definitely can. The question is... Well, we probably want to kill the guy that's doing 32 damage, right? So 22 plus 36 plus 27. I mean, yeah, it's a super kill. And I mean, this is how draw order dependent this deck is, because we actually just did better against double Orb Walker than we did single Orb Walker. So that just really goes to show you exactly how draw order dependent the deck is. Oh, Bird-Faced Urn is incredible. Actually incredible. We have so many, well, not so many, but we have Enchiridion, we have a bunch of powers. Bird-Faced Urn is going to be very nice, basically going to guarantee that we're not going to have to rest. Means that our turn 1s are much less of an issue here, and so I feel much better about going to hallway fights. What's up, Crusher? Second Sustain Relic? Yeah, well, not really. I like to call Bird-Faced Urn Burning Blood-Faced Urn, because it's basically, like, on average, in most decks, it's going to give you about 6 HP per fight, which is basically just a Burning Blood, which is insane, of course. Okay, so Empty Body, Swivel. Yeah, I don't... How many empty cards do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 empty cards. And we have 3, but kind of... I could see Empty Body here. I could see it. Especially with Tantrum in the deck. We need to be able to create block consistency here. I hate Empty Body with an unreasonable passion. Yeah, I mean, it does block for 11 here with Oddly Smooth Stone. So it blocks for 11, and it changes stances for Mental Fortress, and it helps us to exit with Tantrum. I think it's pretty solid. Get P-Box Noob. Oh my god. Wow. Absolutely gigantic roast, by the way. Yeah, okay, how many block cards do we have? Hold on, let's figure that out. Not that many, right? Cards that actually say block on them, not really that many. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we only have 6 cards that actually say block on them in a 27 card deck. Now, of course, we do have double Mental Fortress, but like, let's say we bottom deck them. Yeah, I'm gonna take this empty body here. Do we want to go fight or question mark first? I probably want to go here because we get the option to go to an extra question mark there if we want to. Oh yeah, we are really, really cooking with gas now, baby. This deck is getting spicy. Oh, that Tantrum upgrade, let's go. These are definitely not what we want. Yeah, yeah, oh man, this deck is getting good fast. How many? We're getting down to it with the upgrades, right? We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upgrades left. Yep. Bit concerning that the Talk and the Empty Mind haven't gotten hit yet, but they will. They will. We have many fights that we're going to. At least, oh, we didn't play Devaform for the, yeah, for the heal. That's my bad. Yeah, whoops. Shouldn't matter, but definitely my bad. Okay, Transmogrifier. If we were to transform something, it would be Defend minus, and yeah, I find it very difficult to believe that transforming Defend minus is not good here. The only thing that would be really bad to transform into would be something that upgrades to Innate. Because then we would have no way to remove it, and most of the cards that upgrade, well, pretty much all the cards that upgrade to Innate are crappy, right? There's, like, Establishment, Battle Hymn, Alpha, and I think that's it. So, yeah, any of those would be really, really bad to transform into, but it's pretty unlikely. And of course, there are many cards that would be amazing to transform into, and we don't have any eggs, so there's no chance that it gets upgraded for free, but it will be upgraded, so, like, on average, an upgraded Watcher card has to be just very, very strong. Okay. Yeah, that might be one of the only things that's legitimately worse than defend. But whatever. I do not like this turn 1. How are our turn 1s this bad? Like, our deck really isn't that bad, right? Like, we have a lot of stuff here, right? Like, our turn 1s are just so consistently awful. Skill Potion. We could do Skill Potion this turn. Yeah. The ex-wife is here. So we can kill one of them with the strike this turn. But then we're still taking, like, quite a bit of damage. So I think Skill Potion this turn is actually pretty reasonable. Okay, we probably just do, like, Third Eye. Pretty sketch on turns 1 and 2, yeah. Well, turn 2 we have Horn Cleat. And Pyramid to help us. But yeah, we can have sketch turn 1 and 2s. It's true. Yeah, probably like Third Eye a little bit more here than Spirit Shield. Even though Spirit Shield technically blocks for more, I really want to get further into the deck with the Third Eye. Okay, so we have an exit next turn. Yeah, we probably just want to hunt for other stuff here. We'll go Mental Fortress, Crescendo, Strike, and yeah, might as well play the Strike here. And there's not really a reason to play Like Water. Well, Like Water is going to go to 1 cost, but it could... I mean, it's always going to hit something that's 1 cost, right? So, and it could hit something that's 2 cost, so it's probably actually better to play it this turn. Okay, so we can play Strike here, Tantrum here, then Like Water, then Defend, then Like Water. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Yeah, Tantrum here. Then we play Defend, and Like Water either hits Deva Form, in which case it'll also hit Vigilance, or it hits Vigilance. Okay, perfect. there's the cut through fate. And yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense to take that. While the prey just sniping the upgrade, of course. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense to take a cut here. The boot, of course. Great relic. Not. But yeah, I mean, this is cut through fate plus. Like, oh my god, all these cards are upgraded. But yeah, I mean, cut through fate plus. We keep lifting. Yeah, we only have 5 upgrades left. We're gonna get them easily. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, yeah, we'll get the upgrades easily here. A value deck? What a world? Yeah, I mean, we swapped into Ectoplasm, so it was pretty much forced. Yeah, there's a Deva form here. We have the defect god combo of Mummified Hand, Bird-Faced Urn. The main problem so far is that we haven't seen any vaults or scrawls. Like, 1 vault or scrawl would be absolutely massive for this deck, and we just haven't seen any, unfortunately. That's probably the best thing that we could get right now. But we do have a lot of value coming up. We're going to get the rest of our deck upgraded. We're going to get 2 relics here. We're going to get a relic here. We're going to get another lift. The main thing that I'm hoping for, actually, though, is, like, a decent potion from these fights. And that's why I want to continue to go to fights here, because I really want to see good potions. Luckily, this fight is always a cinch for Watcher. Just very, very easy to play this fight as Watcher. I don't know if we can actually kill here. We're gonna have to... We managed to go Divine with Prey, which is pretty funny. Maybe if we had applied vulnerable at some point, we could have gotten it. We can still try, right? I mean, there's no penalty to playing Blasphemy this turn. Definitely, if we had applied vulnerable, we would have been able to get there. Prostrate with Prey? I don't think so. No potion, but that's okay. We have plenty of time to get one. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna keep going to fights. We might even potentially consider here going to more fights instead of... Depending on if we get a good potion in these 3 fights. Because I really think that, like, we need potions to secure Act 4 here for us. Yeah, I scried the Crush Joints. It is what it is. It's fine. I mean, it won't matter. We're gonna get all of our lesson procs anyway. What do you consider the best source of mantra overall? Probably Prostrate. Probably Prostrate. But right now, I don't want to take really anything that's not going to help us get to our best stuff ASAP. Yeah, I mean, obviously we go to the Elite. Yeah, we don't need to take this stuff. Okay, meal ticket is not great. Obviously we have to take the key here. Meal ticket does technically mean that we're always going to be going into Act 4 on full HP, even if we need to, like, upgrade or lift. Okay, yet another fight where we don't find a potion. That's... Yeah, not super cool. But just means that we have high potion odds. So yeah, I'm thinking that that more fights here is actually very interesting. Okay, what do we think about this foresight? Does foresight help or hurt us against the heart and the elites? We don't have any weakness currently, so the heart is hitting us for the full 67 and the full 45. I really would like one ancient potion, like any potion that is going to be decent, like a draw potion, an ancient potion, a weak potion, something along those lines, just to make the heart and the elites like a little bit better. We definitely need something here, because we can die if our draw order is like really bad. Which it has, I mean, I think that I've kind of gotten a couple of like really unlucky draw orders, and not a bunch of great ones. Like we have like 3 sanctities in the deck, right? Like our deck is not, like we have 3 sanctities and empty mind and inner peace and a cut through fate now. Yeah. It's, I mean, obviously we'd like to not have the strikes here, but yeah. So foresight, is it helpful or is it harmful? Is really the question. Snecko potion incoming. Yeah, that would be very scary. Fire potion will arrive to save us. Yeah, right. And the scary thing with ectoplasm is that we can't purchase a potion, right? So the point is that, though, once we're kind of good and under control here, we really don't actually need the scry at all. It's not actually that good. I mean, it does heal us, and it does, but the problem is that it can potentially brick our draws early, which I don't like. It's got to be positive, though. There's just like no way it's not positive. Okay, so we have lethal this turn, and we're at full health. So I just take that. Okay, Ancient Potion is what we need. Ancient Potion is what we need. Okay, that's very, very, very good. Teardrop Locket is also really nice because it turns Inner Peace into a draw card if we draw it on turn 1. And Ancient Potion means that basically we can never die in the first cycle of the heart fight. So we can use Gambler's Brew in the elites if we need to, and Ancient Potion secures the heart fight. Yeah, so how many upgrades do we have now? With the Ancient Potion, I'm totally cool to go this way. We'll go Lift, or Recall Lift, probably. We wanted Spirit Shield at the start of this act, still good. Yeah, okay, let's see here. how many upgrade? We have Flurry upgrade, that's 1. Very unselfish lesson learned, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4 upgrades. And we've got 1... We have 1 upgrade in Act 4. We've got 2... Oh, this is probably a fight, right? Because this was a shrine? Yeah. So this is probably a fight. So... cut is definitely reasonable here. I could see... Yeah, Talk is dodging the upgrade like Neo, it's true. But, you know, like, the Flurry was, like, one of the first cards that we added to the deck, and Flurry has also been dodging the upgrade like Neo. But yeah, the Ancient Potion is just absolutely massive. It blocks for, like, the Heart's default attack is 45, I think. So it blocks for 22 plus 15. It blocks 37 damage in the first 2 turns of the Heart fight, or the first cycle of the Heart fight. 37. That's completely ridiculous. That, like, 1 potion blocks for 37. And yeah, essentially means that if we go into the Heart on full HP, like, we essentially can't die. I mean, it is technically possible, maybe with, like, the worst draw order of all time, but that's also assuming that we have to use the Gambler's Brew in the Elites, which is not even guaranteed. What's up, Flower? Much easier to catch your stream from the East Coast. Hope you're doing the winning. We hopefully are doing the winning, yes. Thanks for being here as always, and hope you're having a good time on the East Coast. Yep. This deck should be fine. Deck should be fine. We just have like a very generically strong Watcher deck going here. It's not like a guaranteed win, but it's very, very likely to win. I mean, Spirit Shield is a nice, big, chonky block card. It does technically do pretty well. Like, basically, the only thing that I'm really concerned with is, like, drawing well on turns 1 and 2. And Spirit Shield is really never going to be a card that we're disappointed to see on turns 1 and 2. The question is Cut Through Fate maybe even better? We have kind of smashed the streak a bit. And hopefully we will continue to smash the streak. We should. I'm down to play some chess after this run is over, which shouldn't be that much longer. Maybe like 30, 45 minutes, something like that. Yeah, Spirit Shield can be pretty nice against Heart. It's not great with Frail. Merle Discord when? Yeah, soon. Spirit Shield is not great with Frail. Are you a god at chess too? No, I'm not very good at chess. I do enjoy it though, and I have been playing it more recently and have been getting better, but I'm by no means good, and yeah, I do have a lot of fun playing though. Yeah, I mean, I think Spirit Shield just like does well on turns 1 and 2, and that's why I'm gonna take it here. Cut Through Fate is also fine, but yeah, I think Spirit Shield is just does well, you know. Yikes, Monka. That is a lot of damage. They're pissed. Luckily, we are also pissed. Just casually ending in Wrath on that turn. God, I love it. Something. Oh my god, all of our attacks are in our hand? It's fine though, we'll just, Oh, we still have Spirit Shield. Penib is kind of sad, but like, whatever. Meditate, I don't think is very necessary here. I mean, it's nice, it's a stance manipulator, but we already have, like, a ton of stance manipulators, a ton of energy, a ton of block, and a ton of damage with, like, Tantrum Giria. So, we're kind of just chilling here. I don't really think that Meditate is that great of a card to be drawing early on in the Act 4 fights. So, we can pretty much skip out on it here, I think. Playing Flurry messed up the nib. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really concerned about Pen Nib going into either a hallway or Time Eater. Like, it's really not a big deal. Flurry, Lesson, Talk. Talk still dodging the upgrades, by the way. So Flurry, Lesson, Talk, Foresight are the upgrades. Yeah, we don't need to take Study. We're fine here. We're completely fine. Let's go ahead and recall now. Oh my god, it's a fight. How could we possibly have predicted this? Those seem like good cards to be drawing. Yeah, we just generate so much block. It's honestly pretty disgusting. Finally. Okay, if we were concerned about damage, we could take Cultist Potion. But we are not concerned about damage currently, because we have Giria and Tantrum. So the combination of Giria and Tantrum will completely solve all of our damage, as well as the fact that if we need to block for a large amount on a turn, like later in fights, we're very good at doing that. So even if our damage was completely crappy, it just wouldn't matter. We have so much scaling in this deck. I mean, yeah, we have 2 Mental Fortresses and a Talk to the Hand, and we have Deva Form, which is just going to be giving us more and more and more and more and more energy. So yeah, and Halt is potentially something that we could consider, but honestly, even Halt is not that great. Because, again, like, if we draw it early, we probably don't want to be... Yeah, it's just not good. We don't need it. It's unnecessary. Okay. Flurry and Lesson still unupgraded. If we get... Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's always obviously lift. Okay, Master Reality, Pog. Not exactly the best opening hand, but it's fine. We have Empty Fist to exit if we don't draw any exit. We'll take a little damage. It's totally fine. Just gonna heal it back anyway. Okay, so this should be lethal. We have hella energy, and we have Penib Blasphemy stuff. So don't really need to do the math here. Just like very, very obviously lethal. Okay. We seem to have top decked literally all of our damage, but that is okay. We also don't have an exit or any stance stuff, so we probably just do this and then play like this, something like that. Thanks for that follow, friend. Okay, this should be lethal with Blasphemy, yeah? Pendant 7 is pretty acceptable. Finally, lesson upgrades itself. The damage and stance change of Empty Fist just to do a little trolling? What do you mean? Flurry the only missed upgrade, right? Yeah, but we're gonna upgrade it here. Baylor was playing a Watcher run yesterday, and he basically had the exact same thing happen, where he had a lesson learned in the deck, and when he got to Act 4, there was only one card left to upgrade. It's like, I wonder which card we should upgrade here. We're at full health. Alright, so Ectoplasm lost us 990 gold. 990 gold. And we have Courier. So, you know. Yeah. But I mean, it's still fine, right? Like, you can see, you know, we were able to get rid of most of our strikes and defense still, like, we half of them, right? And, I mean, technically we have this weird prey, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but, and -1 relic for an energy. Yeah, it's really not even that bad. That's the thing. Like, Ectoplasm on Watcher especially is, like, really not a bad relic at all. And, I mean, energy on Watcher is just so good. Alright, we're gonna look. Oh, man. We could have bought Gambling Chip. We could have had another Talk to the Hand. We could have had Magnetism. Aw, shucks. Aw, jeez. Chip is kind of the nuts, not gonna lie. Obviously we have nothing to do here, but we have very good potions for Act 4. We have very, very, very good potions for Act 4. Hopefully we'll be able to save the potions in the elite fight, and we also have quite a few powers, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 powers, plus the Enchiridion power, so that's like 6 powers. So technically if we take a little bit of damage early, we'll most likely be able to heal it back with the bird face turn. Could have had Forethought Infinite. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate? Okay, that's enough. Ooh. Okay, very bad turn 1. Very bad turn 1. This seems like a full gamble kind of situation. Yeah. Yeah, this definitely seems like a full gamble kind of situation. And we got, like, we're getting double attacked, and we drew this. So yeah, definitely seems like a full gamble here. Okay, this is better. Definitely better. And we have Foresight to be able to scry the burns here. Still taking a little bit of damage. But it should be okay. Because we still have several powers to play, right? We still have Mental Fortress, we still have Rushdown, we still have Devotion, and we still have Deva Form. So yeah, we still have quite a few powers. If we play all of our powers, we'll be back to full HP here. So the goal is probably to try to kill this guy next turn. It does kind of suck that we had to use the, potion here, but it is what it is. We knew that was a possibility, and we accept it. Right, we have one more power to play, which is the Deva form, and then we will be in the clear. And free to end the fight whenever we so desire. Oh, look, it's war paint. And both of these skills come upgraded. Oh my god, that's actually hilarious. That is actually hilarious. Even if we wanted to take these, which we don't, we wouldn't be able to. Thank you for that. Yeah, the relics this run, I mean, I'm not gonna say they were bad, but they were pretty bad, right? Like Fish and Courier and Darkstone and Boot and Meal Ticket and Warpaint. Like, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I guess. I guess we can count Matryoshka as a dead relic. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 relics, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of our 16 relics do literally nothing. That's not great. That is not great, gonna be honest. Don't pick it up, Giga Chad. True. Okay, so halt, probably unnecessary. Just go on here. Okay, so we got a Mental Fortress. We got Talk to the Hand early, that's pretty good. We don't have any reason not to drink these potions right away. We can't give ourselves a debuff, so... I think we do Pray and then Sanctity here. We want to keep the Calm around for Empty Body to block next turn. Okay, drawing Deva form early is really nice here. We can play Rushdown next turn. There's no real reason to play it this turn. Okay, so this is the turn where we get owned. And then after this, it should be smooth sailing. We are going to get a bit owned this turn, though. Yeah. But after this turn, we really should not have trouble. Yep, we just take the 45 on the chin, and yeah, from here on out, the fight should be relatively solved. With 16 Mental Fortress in play, it's going to be very, very, very difficult for us to take damage from here. I mean, that is pretty much exactly what we expected, and yeah, we had, you know, our contingencies built in for exactly this. We can play Spirit Shield here. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we do from here, as long as we just make sure that we have stance changing and block available to us. Go ahead and enable the long press confirmations tech. Good game. Good game. I think this... Well, yeah, this is the first 30-card deck that I had in a really long time. Thanks for that follow, friend. Ecto Gamers. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, that run was really, like... I mean, we had a spectacularly awful draw in the Spear and Shield fight, and we still did fine. And that run really just kind of highlights the importance of saving potions for Act 4 when you're playing a, like, value-based Watcher deck.